It's Sunday afternoon. I've been thinking all day about whether today is the day that I should do my first plantings in the hoop house, my first plantings of this year. I have my ranunculus and anemone corms right here ready to go. I'm thinking it is. It's a little bit gloomy today, which is actually great for transplanting, so they're not shocked by that intensity of the sun. Anyways, they're gonna be under a few hoops in there, so some of the sunlight is gonna be blocked out or just dulled a little bit. The only thing I'm worried about, why I've been thinking about it all day, is if I look at the 10-day forecast, the weather forecast, there are a couple of consecutive nights where it gets into the teens, where the temperature gets into the teens. And that's just going to be pushing it for damaging these ranunculus and anemone corms. Certainly, I can try my best to try and protect it over those 2 nights. I think I'm going to go ahead anyways and get some of it planted. I think I'll probably leave maybe half, maybe a little bit less than half, just to continue growing on in size. I'll pot them up into bigger containers or get them out of this. Just to have in case, and then maybe in a week or 2 I'll get those planted outside. So hopefully if those 2 nights in the teens damage any of those plants that I plant today, I'll still have some plants indoors that I can just go ahead and pop out. I'm very excited. I haven't had the best day. Brendan's away for the weekend and I've just been feeling a little bit low, so getting out there in the hoop house is going to be really good. I think it's going to help me a bunch, lift my spirits. And just thinking about the flowers that are going to grow and that they're starting, that it's all starting right now, is making me so antsy. It's giving me so much life. I just can't wait. I'm going to do it. I'm going. ranunculus and anemone corms did really well overnight. They are looking just fine today. I did give them a small watering today. I didn't water them yesterday when I transplanted them in, and hopefully that ends up being okay. I am going to put a frost cloth over them tonight. It's going to get into the high 20s. And I'm just hoping the ground, this wet soil now, doesn't freeze and then thaw, and that's what damages the corms and the roots and causes frost damage. But hopefully it'll be okay. The ground didn't feel frozen at all when I came and checked up on it this morning, so I'm thinking it will be. Here are the rest of the ranunculus that I didn't get transplanted out into the hoop house. I just potted them up just in case they end up staying in here for a while, for longer than I expect them to. I'm gonna wait maybe just a week, maybe 2 weeks for a couple of these really low temperature nights coming up in the teens, just in case the ones in the hoop house get damaged or don't really do well. I also have these plants then, once I do transplant them out, to compare to the ones that I got transplanted out early. Do the negative temperatures in the beginning affect them? Is it worth it to plant them out earlier? Should I be just waiting until better temperatures to get them out? Those are the things hopefully I'll learn just, you know, in my little microclimate. How do I do things here? So I also got some very exciting news recently. So I just heard, I got an email telling me that I got a plot at the community garden here in Anchorage. There are several community gardens. I got one that's in an area that's relatively close to me. So I'm super excited to have another place to grow. I've been doing a lot of seedling and space management under the lights, so I've made a bit more room, and I'm going to be starting a lot more seeds just to fill up that extra space that I have. Hopefully a lot more food production. I've been really focused on flowers and cut flowers. It's just something that I really wanted to get into this summer and see, you know, how well I can do it, how well I can have it for, you know, just production for having bouquets in the house. Or even if I can start selling to local florists, I think that would be really cool. Depends on, you know, how well they grow and at what scale I can grow. It's definitely going to be something really small scale. Really, I just wanted to grow flowers, and if I can recoup some of the cost that all of this is costing me, that would be great. But I am super glad now that I have this plot at the community garden to do a lot more, you know, both flower and food production. I'm thinking about everything else now that I can grow. My dog takes up a lot of the garden here too, so that's just gonna be really great. And I can build out the landscape the way that I want to, I can envision here, without having to think of, oh, how do I use space the most effectively, because I'll have that other space now to get to do a lot more production in. I do feel, there's a part of me that feels a little, I don't know, like, guilty. I'm very fortunate to have the space that I have to garden in. So it is on my mind that I really want the space to be productive. I don't want that plot to go to waste on me. You know, I already have the space. I definitely am going to try my hardest, try my best to make sure that gets filled and producing. And all of that extra produce I definitely want to be donating to a food bank here in Anchorage. I also reached out to a couple of my friends who I thought might be interested in having a space, who don't have a space of their own they can garden in, to, you know, share this opportunity if they are interested in it. I'm still waiting to hear back from them, but it'd be great to be able to share that space, just to have other people working on it with me, you know, whether we're going to work on it together or they want to do their own thing, if they even are interested in the first place. I certainly don't want to be taking away from anybody. So as much as I can create opportunity with that space, I definitely want to do that. So it's looking like a busy time for me in the next few days. I'm excited about it. I'm super stoked. I'm going to be starting way more seeds than I thought I would. I might have to get some more lights. I have a lot of area here that's now dedicated to plants, just trying to get in light from all these windows and from some of the lamps that I have out here. I'll see if it's enough, and hopefully some of these seedlings I'll just be able to keep out in the hoop house soon. Maybe, you know, in the next few weeks they'll be able to go out there without getting super damaged. But it's all a bit of a game of Tetris now, so I'm just gonna see how much I can do. I'm gonna start like writing things down and planning how much I think I need and how much space I have to be able to do that, you know, when I'll be needing to pot things up and how much more space that's gonna take up. I've been having to pot up a lot of the things I have now, so it's already starting to feel like those spaces are being filled. yeah, I just have to get creative with it. If you're not already subscribed to me, please consider doing so. It's going to be an exciting time ahead. I'm hoping this year is just going to be filled with so many plants, lots of harvests, lots of flowers, a lot of creative things in the garden. Anyways, I'm going to get started on all that work. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.